This episode brought to you by the IRS. Even if you run as fast as Willie Mays Hayes, they will catch you.
Hey everybody, we are watching Major League and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. All out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And don't let the sweat fool you. It's not July, it's September.
You damn right it is.
And we continue our fall of regularly scheduled programming, and we are hanging on by, I don't know what I was about to say there. I guess nothing.
Hanging on by a cunny hair.
Well, I was going to say hanging on by a thread, but I'm like, that's just depressing and sad and has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Cunny hair.
Okay, well, fine.
Even though there's no cunny hair out there anymore. But if you can find one, you hang on to it, brother.
Oh, started this one with a bang. All right, guys, let's watch some Major League and press play. I already did it. You don't have to worry about it.
When he said play, you pressed it.
Yeah, that's...
Look at that old symbol there, man. I have not seen Major League in so long. This was like, like the only movie that John York would watch. He would watch this movie and then the Rock'em Sock'ems.
Oh my, he loved...
Always watch the Rock'em Sock'ems.
He loved those Don Cherries.
Oh, fuck yeah. And this movie.
Stuff.
I remember seeing this on VHS in his house so many times.
Shout out to John York.
Yeah.
I love that man. Had the deepest... He was like, when he was 11 years old, he had a voice deeper than any man I know today.
Where is the Chicago? They're
no,
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Literally answered my question right
Yeah.
now.
There
David Ward.
So David S. Ward, he wrote and directed this and Major League 2, The Program, Down Periscope, King Ralph.
There's an Algoma boat riding the bear.
There you go. See, this is... It's very weird that you got to like share that knowledge in a movie about baseball.
I know, right?
He also, though, interesting, he wrote The Sting, Sleepless in Seattle, and Flyboys.
Oh, he wrote The Sting?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That blew my mind. I was like, oh, shit. These look like propaganda photos from, what's it called? Canadian Bacon.
Oh, totally.
When they was showing
That's
like,
exactly what it looks like. That's what Hamilton looks like.
Yeah.
All this bullshit.
Mm-hmm. But it's nothing like in the States though. It's like I notice that every time I go over that, like to Buffalo and stuff like that, and you're driving through it, it's just like it's so the green disappears. It's like you'll have like Hamilton will have those smokestacks and stuff, but then there'll be trees around it, and like that place is just great.
Is that the last time they went at 19? Oh
yeah.
There we go. Here comes the lore.
Cleveland, who are just as we're recording right now in July, they just announced they're changing their name to the Guardians.
No way! They're gonna have to change this movie.
Yeah, I loved the argument too. They're like you. Somebody was going, "You're trying to erase their heritage by getting rid of their names." I'm like, they don't like to be called Indians.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was like, the reason you guys call them Indians is because a stupid person thought he was in India when he made it, when he landed there. I was like, and you give that guy parades.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. When was this made? What is this, like 89 or something?
Or a little bit earlier. I think it was, I don't have the exact thing, but yeah, it was like, I think it was like 88 or something like that. Which I know, not a huge difference, but.
None feeding the pigeons. Look at old Cleveland, eh?
Yeah.
Have I been there? Have I been to Cleveland?
You've
I
been
can't remember.
Nearby. You've like Cleveland is close to Sandusky, isn't it?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, then yes.
Yes.
Close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think like because I mean Ohio is a state. It's got a
sweet logo to get rid of it. Now they're going to be it's going to be the exact same face, only it's not red and there's not like a feather sticking up.
Well, it's really funny too because people are like, what do the Guardians even mean? People are like, oh, they're naming it after Guardians of the Galaxy. The first shot in this movie was a picture of one of the Cleveland Guardians, which are the big things on like the bridge or whatever.
Oh, well, that's because people are so fucking dumb.
I know.
They just say, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, yeah, that's after Guardians of the Galaxy. They're trying to go, And it's like, no, did you even look into anything?
Yeah. Like, and that's all I would have said. Ooh, I wonder what the significance of Guardians is. And then let them say, because if they're saying, yeah, we're named after Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm like, well, then you guys are idiots. I do like this idea. Apparently, she was based on somebody as far as the perception of her was. Like, it wasn't true of her, any of this shit, but but it was just kind of like, oh, the trophy wife all of a sudden owns the
team.
baseball team and stuff like that. Yeah. These guys, you know what I would love to see? I want to see a mixture of this movie and Moneyball. Where they're playing Moneyball. They're like going in, they're getting the riff-raffy guys.
Well, because they're playing by the statistics.
But these are the guys who are going to get it. Moneyball was actually a really way more interesting movie than I thought.
I agree with you. I thought it was also
yeah.
I love these scenes where they show like you've seen the team this year.
Yeah.
Fucking suck.
Actually, the one guy who was just in that shot, I'm pretty sure he was the dude. He's like the dad in the middle. He might have been in Desperate Housewives or something too. I can't remember.
See, the whole world of baseball, eh?
Yeah. This is one of those things, too. This is something I found interesting in a lot of movies. What was the one? The Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood was the other one. All about, like, the baseball, what's it called?
Having trouble with curves.
No, it was the baseball scouts and stuff like that. And it was like, and it's funny, like, the way that like these guys, like these old baseball guys, they're like, no, he's got a good body, good baseball body, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why? Like the things you're saying about these people, he's like, I don't know, he's kind of half Mexican and if he plays if he plays too far south, that's going to be a problem. And it's like,
right.
And like, it's, they talk about these weird intangibles and it's like, he's really tall. That means he's going to be a good baseball player. No, being skilled at baseball is going to take care of that.
Yeah, exactly. So wait, so she wants to pull up producers here, essentially.
Yes.
She wants to make the worst team ever, so they bomb so bad that they move the team to Miami.
Yeah. It's because of a deal that they have with the city or whatever. Is like basically they have to have an attendance under a certain amount,
right,
to be able to like null out their contract. There it is.
Oh, here we go. 800,000 for the year.
Yeah.
That's like that many people were at like the weekend concert. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Like,
yeah. Well, like that one weekend,
day.
In fairness, that one weekend concert was the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes. True. Yes.
There was a lot of folks
somebody
there.
beat him up too.
Yeah.
Because he whined about the Emmy. I love that. I love how he's like, I'm so disgusted with the music industry that I wasn't nominated for a Grammy that I will now never. It's like, can't you take solace in the fact that you are a millionaire?
Yeah.
Maybe that, like, do you also need them to bring you to an award show and jerk you off on stage?
Yeah, without the money, just the success. Like, you're the weekend. You're not
do
a
you
small
really
deal.
need the goddamn, like, award? Like,
The one who should be mad is Bruno Mars, because the weekend just basically replaced him.
yeah, Bruno Mars is the fucking man. He'll be back.
Bruno Mars has like
he writes everybody's fucking songs. He probably wrote most of the Weeknd songs for fuck's sakes.
Well, that's like Prince. That's something that always blew me away with Prince. Is like he would write a song and he's like, I'm not doing this song. I'm going to give it to somebody else, and then it becomes a freaking chart topper.
Yeah, I love this man's voice.
Oh my god, that's James Gammon, I believe his name is. I've got it written down somewhere. I can't find it there. Yeah, James Gammon. He was in The Waltons, Urban Cowboy, Silverado, Adventures of Huck Finn. Cabin Boy was always a big
this is Charlie Sheen now.
Yeah. Actually, I've got a lot of interesting information about Charlie Sheen.
Of course, go on.
James Gammon is also in Wyatt Earp, Natural Born Killers, Iron Giant. I gotta watch Iron Giant again because that's got a lot.
That's an awesome movie.
It's got a lot of good voice talent in it too. He was also in The Cell, Nash Bridges. He played Nash Bridges, so I'm assuming he played
his dad.
Don Johnson's dad, and then he died in 2010, and at age of 70.
Rest in peace, my man. Tom Berenger, eh? So when he was a draw.
Yeah. So this is another one of those interesting ones too, because he was in Platoon with
that's
Charlie
right.
Sheen. So I like that when you have these guys cross over. Like, I wonder what that's like for them. Like, is it like a little, like, kind of like a high school reunion? Like, oh man, we haven't worked together in so long, and we get to do something like different. Where
Totally
we like
different,
each other.
Yeah. Oh,
Dennis
fuck yeah.
Haysbert.
I love Dennis Haysbert.
Who would have known that this guy would have gone on to do so many huge things?
He's the State Farm guy.
He's the State Farm guy, but he was also the president in 24 and what other?
You're going to be talking forever.
He was in Young and the Restless, Navy SEALs, Waiting to Exhale, 24, Jarhead.
He played the Exhale.
Yes. Kung Fu Panda 2, Ted 2, Lucifer, Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is out right now. He plays King Grayskull. Corbin Burnson. I like that idea too. He's the expensive dude who's not very good at baseball.
I like how it's got like the Rolls Royce symbol stuck to the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Apparently he was so bad at baseball they had to fake they had to do everything they could to fake it to make it look like he was good at baseball. Whereas Charlie Sheen, an actual pitcher.
Oh.
He was he pitched in college or something like that, or high school, and he could throw like an 85-mile-an-hour fastball and all that stuff. Nice.
Fucking Wesley Snipes is the man.
Nothing that makes me laugh more than the managers and stuff of a baseball team having to wear the same outfit as the players.
Right.
Like, could you imagine if Phil Jackson was sitting next to Michael Jordan wearing a jersey and long shorts?
Right, instead of like the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing.
It's the only sport where that happens. Everyone else they wear a suit.
They'll wear
or
a
whatever,
suit or
except football where they're dressing for the outdoors. Or Bill Belichick who just wears that.
Yeah, that is really
Scott
weird.
Hall
Actually, I never thought of that before. Actually,
It's-
just blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, kaboom.
He's so good, Corbin Burnson, at being this
He is.
prick.
Oh, absolutely.
He reminds me of the guy that was the asshole in Caddyshack. Like the old guy that was in Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. Why can't I remember?
You know the guy I'm thinking of, but
I do
that's
know what
like
you're
him
talking
young.
about. No, I totally agree with you. He's actually one of those guys too where he kind of got relegated to the shitty TV movies and
He was in Tales from the Hood.
yeah. And then he was in all those one-offs of he was in an episode of Touched by an Angel or those kind of things. And I'm I feel like he's a better actor than that.
He is
deserves
actually
better. Tom Berenger obviously along those lines too. Everybody in this movie was good though.
The only one doing anything now is Wesley.
Wesley's done a lot, actually. Something I didn't realize, he was in the Michael Jackson Bad music video.
No.
But he was also, where's he at? So he was just in Dolomite Is My Name, Paper Empire, and Coming to America. He's got a show coming out called True Story with Kevin Hart. And it's all about a stand-up comedian coming back to his hometown for a show, and then things get dark. And I don't really know anything about it. And then he's in a movie called Outbreak Z coming out. Hats for bats. He's so intimidating. I actually find him just as intimidating now that he's he's a near 60-year-old man.
Oh, he still is though.
But he was in an episode of
That
Brooklyn
voice.
Nine-Nine where he was who was it? He was Holt's former partner or
I think
something
that's
that.
the only episode I've ever seen.
It's so good. That last season.
And they're both totally monotone.
Yeah, they're basically exact. And they're sitting
only
there.
the other guy that you think is monotone is the more crazier of the two. Because Dennis Haysbert is the real.
He's a wild man.
I think that's the only episode I've ever seen.
Oh, God, it's such a good show. I'm
So
so
why
bummed
don't watch
that
it because
that's
you
gonna-
like it.
I know. That's all the shows I like. You do that with. You know why? Every show I like, the networks cannot try hard enough to get rid of. It's they just want me to be stressed. It was Arrested Development. It was every season is it going to be back?
Which is so crazy.
And then Community was a friggin' struggle every year.
Oh, here we go.
So something I want you to notice.
Willie
every time-
Mays.
every time that he's running and they want him to look really fast, he's going to be running in slow motion because he's not a good runner.
Either.
They said his running was really bad. So like those guys are just like
That is
jogging.
hilarious. He's an actor, not a runner.
But
God
it
damn
works.
it.
It works though because it looks like he's burning, right? Hey, what do you got? Hey, so you have hay fever?
There goes. Oh Lord.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, his knees are bad.
Yeah.
It's a hot September night, bro. Woo.
Yeah.
I need a catch or Jake.
It is
Something we steam in the field.
like, how did he not? He's somebody who would have been perfect for Trolls or something, where it's like everybody has this
try and do that.
beautiful
My
voice.
ass rips my throat apart.
I know that happens to me every
Talk
time.
like that guy. I keep doing it.
In fairness, he threw it to second base. That guy just fucking dodged it.
Oh, here we go. Willie Mays Hayes, baby.
I
That's
like
really
to
him.
in part 2, or Omar Epps is playing him.
Oh, that's right.
He decides he's going to be a power hitter now, and they punish him for like hitting home runs. He starts hitting home run. He starts being a home run hitter. He's like, "No, you're a speed hitter. You gotta get on base."
I love that he's the one dude that didn't come back for 2.
Yeah,
He was like, "Forget it. I'm not doing that."
yeah. 2 wasn't bad. 2 wasn't a bad movie. Like
No, it's not bad. No, I agree. It's not bad at all. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But he was just like, I'm too big of a star. I'm on the up.
Yeah.
Is this before or after the Spike Lee joints?
This was after.
So this is after Jungle Fever.
Yeah, he had been in. I think it was Jungle Fever, Mo Better Blues, and what was the other? I've got it written here. Why am I? No. I've got it written here somewhere. Where the fuck is it? I didn't write it down, but yeah, it was like all of those. Why can't I think of the like gang movie he was in? I want to say Boys in the Hood, but it wasn't
New
Boys
Jack
in the Hood.
City.
New Jack City, that's the one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but like all those movies came in a really tight spot, and this came out shortly after. Boom. So
That's probably good for him, right? Because now you go from a lot of heavy shit to a comedy.
yeah. So Charlie Sheen. Well, it's good to be able to show that you're well-rounded too, and he is.
159.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen admitted to Sports Illustrated that he took steroids for this movie so he could get his pitch back up to the
Who?
speed. Charlie Sheen.
Ah.
Because he was a pitcher. Like every time he throws the ball, it's him throwing the ball. But they wanted it to look better. So to make his pitch look faster, they moved the mound in 10 feet and then shot everything from behind so it doesn't look like he's closer.
Right.
But the ball's getting there fast.
Oh, that's hilarious. Eight tricks of the trade, bud.
So that's the trick of the trade for this.
here
But
we
he was
go.
also like an accomplished pitcher.
Like already.
Yeah, like
Oh my God, was that a $500 bucket of chicken?
yeah, probably.
We're right there. We just taken right. Oh, $500.
Yeah, I don't see.
Must be $5.
I don't see a decimal anywhere there. I think you're right. This throws me off too. Like, is this a real thing? Like,
That
I
guy's
could
in a bunch
see.
of shit.
I could. Oh yeah. I've got him covered. Like, is like if you know a curveball's coming, is it really that hard to hit?
Right, apparently.
Well, I was thinking I could see being tricked by it if you're like, you know,
Right.
a couple fastballs or something like that. But like to know. Oh. I hope
This is
that-
amazing.
I would.
I have
freak
not
out.
seen this movie in years, but I remember this part.
I do too. See, this is one of those movies that like I call this like I call this an instant recall movie where I don't remember the movie before I start it, but the second things
Right.
start, I'm like, oh, I remember the whole thing. The whole like movie started. It's like I'm watching the movie in fast forward as it's coming. Like, oh yeah, I know this scene. I know, remember everything. I remember what's gonna happen here. And then I go to the next scene and
Right. Scene by scene.
yeah. I get why he would be nervous.
Oh, sorry.
Stop kicking my cat.
Kicking the pussy.
Yeah. So Charlie Sheen had an interesting thing. I realized we talked about him fairly recently, so I didn't like want to like rehash all his roles again and stuff because that would get boring. But I noticed that there was a recent release that came out. It was called Grizzly 2: The Predator. But here's the thing. I looked at who was starring in the movie and I was like, what? And then I had to go back and realize it was an old unreleased movie that they were just released. It stars Charlie Sheen, George Clooney, and Laura Dern.
Say again?
This movie, Grizzly 2: The Predator, stars Charlie Sheen, George Clooney, and Laura Dern. It was
No
released
way.
last year but it was like from the 80s. They're all kids.
Oh, no shit.
Like they're so young. This is Chelsea Ross. He was in Hoosiers, The Untouchables, The Last Boy Scout, Bogus, Rudy. Bogus Journey. He was in Basic Instinct, Richie Rich, Chain Reaction, Primary Colors, The Gift, Mad Men Billy. He was in tons of stuff.
Is this a racist thing?
It is, but actually, there's a really good story. Let me see if I can find it. There were two baseball players. I gotta see. I think I wrote this down somewhere. Oh yeah. During the 2016 season, Cleveland Indian players Jason Kipnis and Mike Napoli acquired two Jobu statues to set them up in a shrine in the team's locker room. They initially placed an offering of vodka, but then switched to rum. Then they won their game 6-0. And then the next month, they wanted to sacrifice a chicken, but they just got a grocery store chicken and like started like stabbing the chicken.
So that's
breast
like
stuff
something
like that.
actual lore.
Yeah.
So this is actually built around actual lore of the team.
Yeah. Well, but that happened like almost 30 years later.
Oh, later.
That they did that.
They must have seen the movie and then.
There's a lot of things where the people stole from this. I love that line. Yeah. I like something I like about this movie is they do deal with a lot of different things. So you deal with the kind of like the trouble players, but then you've got guys who are past their prime, and you've like Tom Berenger and him are like guys who are like seasoned pros who are good baseball players, but it's just they're done now.
Past their
Like,
prime now.
Yeah. But I love that guy. That's another guy whose voice I love. Oh,
Drain the cock.
yes.
Cockball. Done. Just like in real life. Over.
Yeah, I like how slow they go. Why is he having
What
a hard
would
time?
you want to be if you were on a baseball team? I don't want to crouch down like the pitcher. Fuck that. I ain't got the crotch for that. I'm past my prime already before you got
I'm going to say second base. The reason it's what I like to play when I've played baseball, like in leagues and stuff like that. I like to play second because I don't have to be the guy to throw from third to first. That's a tough throw.
Right.
I don't like playing the out. Like I've got bad shoulders, so I can't make big throws.
Oh.
Yeah, that was rough. But I can't make big throws. It hurts me to do it. So if I play second base, I don't have to make any huge throws, and I have an opportunity to field some balls. And stuff
Okay,
like
let's
that.
say you've been fielding balls all right.
You got it.
I'll field some balls in your direction.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say we're not old, decrepit rejects of society. Look at his snake. He's like.
This is the smallest thing.
Okay, so we have our youth. We are.
Yeah.
What position?
I
think I'd do pitcher if I wasn't,
yeah,
a fucking mess. Not pitcher, sorry, catcher.
catcher. Okay, yeah,
Just like in my sex life.
yeah. I do like. I mean, it's where I'll go be lazy and say DH.
Designated hitter.
I don't want to go. I want to have
bat boy.
Yeah, I want to have a break every half or every inning.
Yeah, in my complete prime, I might be able to handle bat boy.
Yeah. You know what's that's another thing that's really crazy to me is like the preseason for the preseason for baseball, spring training in Florida. And like a lot of people like make the journey, they make the pilgrimage to Florida to go and watch people play like half-ass like softball.
Oh, like in the beginning. Yeah, like when there was like 3 people in the audience watching them like warm up.
Mm-hmm. But like they'll go and they want to see the new players and they want to see like the other guys and like we're back, baby. I was like, I couldn't imagine going and doing that.
Were Charlie Sheen and I almost call him Emilio and Wesley because they're so close. And Wesley, were they in anything else? I feel like they were in something else.
I don't think so. I didn't see any crossover when I was looking through their stuff.
He's like, thank God.
Yeah.
What did they just put the old red ribbon?
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, Gentry, you're out.
You know what though? I saw him play. He had it coming. He looks like he's on drugs.
That's really the way they cut him.
Yeah. He looks like one of the guys on like morphling.
Poor snake's nose.
Yeah, that's fine.
Better not have been a real snake. This movie's right
That's
for
actually
that.
right.
They got the old friggin'.
This is like, a very super.
Yeah, but come on, they got a black guy. He agreed to play it.
No,
it's
I
a
know.
joke, right?
But it's
like
there's been much more racist, stereotypical things. I would say this one's more nationalist,
right
because it's not making fun of his race; it's making fun of his country.
what he believes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made a little religious, like anti-religious too. See, this is the thing. Like, Wesley Snipes has a lot of. Oh, actually, I do have a Charlie Sheen and him crossover that I'll get to in a second. But like, he has a very good range of being able to do it, like the kind of the soulless action movie where he's just a guy who's there.
Blade
kicking
2
people and
kicks
stuff.
so much fucking ass.
And Blade 1 was good too.
Blade 1 is
Like,
good, but there's no Blade 2. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
But like, and then to be able to do the comedies and like all those different things. But what I was gonna say is these two, like, they weren't in another movie together, but they almost were, because he was offered, Charlie Sheen was offered Woody Harrelson's role in White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, no
And
way.
he turned it down.
Uh-oh.
That was a good, like, I whenever I see that shot, I think of the storyboard for that. I'm like, that's a
Right.
good, that's a good. I picture them like drawing that out that way, and he's not a very good actor in this movie. He did like, and the thing is, he's done Platoon and stuff with this, and like Wall Street at this point, and I was like, this is like a weak performance. Yeah. The problem is we didn't cut you.
It's a prank. It's not even a red ribbon, idiot.
Yeah.
There's a pair of dirty undies. He's like,
Yeah, that guy probably has
there you
like
go.
very.
Wow.
I like
Oh,
that.
you knocked the Gatorade right into the goddamn garbage bin.
I like the instant though, like not even a minute to confirm if that was the dude. I'm gonna tackle.
He knows
him.
who it is right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, I'm kind of on Corbin Burnson's side. It's an upsetting prank, but it's a prank. Relax. Like you got to imagine that a lot of this kind of shit happens.
Oh,
in
guaranteed.
baseball, right?
I would have just put like some hot business in his jock.
Yeah. The really interesting thing, I guess, when Cleveland finally made the World Series, which was in 2016, the same year when they sacrificed that grocery store chicken.
Oh yes, of course. See, voodoo works, man.
Fans wanted, they started coming out going, Charlie Sheen needs to throw out the first pitch. Wild Thing has to throw out the first pitch, and he wanted to do it, but I guess the Indians had already planned out their first pitches for the World Series. And they didn't. And so
That should have been a thing. They could have showed it on like the big screen. Where like, oh, and coming out next is so and so, and then like before they open up then Charlie Sheen as Buddy here
if I was
grabs him and is like, "You're not doing this," like punches him out, jokingly,
Yeah.
and then Wild Thing starts and he comes out.
if I was the celebrity who was going to do it, or like whoever it ended up being, and I found out that people were asking about him doing it, I would be like, I will happily step back. That is such a
No, but you got to
cooler
make it like a
moment.
thing.
Make it a thing.
Yeah.
Or you do that, or you go out onto the plate like you're gonna do it, and you're like, I just can't. You go back and you're like, oh, my shoulder. It's like I can't throw. What's gonna happen? And everybody's like confused, and all of a sudden you just hear that. That crowd, like, do it like WWE's. Like, I just gave myself goosebumps describing it. Like, legitimately gave myself goosebumps
Describing a fake
describing a
thing
fake
that never
thing.
happened,
Yeah.
but could have.
And it was 5
And
years
another
ago.
multiple guy. He can't even fake run the bases.
I know.
His knee just blew out on him.
Well, it's because you don't run in jeans. It's just not a good idea.
I always see some wrestlers wrestling in jeans, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I see that too. Like, even American Ninja Warrior, somebody's gonna run that course in jeans. I'm like, you gotta be fucking limber for that shit.
Oh,
Just
fuck
put
yeah.
put on some stretch pants. Dennis Haysbert said, I guess there was because there's a lot of scenes where they have like all the extras and stuff like that, like the 20,000 people in the stands.
Right.
And, they come out and he's like, you get emotional. You go out there and everybody's cheering for you. The baseball player who was like the baseball coach for all the actors and stuff like that, he's like, dude, you just described what happens to us 162 times a year.
That's
He's like-
amazing,
he's like,
eh?
I feel like that every time.
It must be tough giving that up.
Yeah, well, that's why people will play
Like,
past their
man.
prime, or people will, like, they'll be desperate and they'll like, I'll play in the minors because I'll get back one day. And
Addicted to the spotlight.
I love that, like, this is a place with a dress code and they're going to let that go. He's like, well, I'm wearing a tie. I don't know what else you want from me.
I got into that one place with my Fred Flintstone shirt on because he had a tie.
That's fucking hilarious.
And that's where I met Ray Fiennes.
Yes. I remember both stories but forgot that they were tied together.
Tied, like what you did there.
I didn't mean to do it.
That's the good shit. They're going to leave this place and go get a hot dog or something
That's
somewhere.
an 80s RC.
Oh, there's this old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Renee Russo's done great for herself.
Renee Russo. Oh, absolutely. How many people from this movie are in Marvel movies? Is it just her?
No, but technically Wesley Snipes. That was a Marvel movie before.
Yes, it's not an MCU movie, but
That's
it's
right.
a Marvel movie. Yes, you're 100% right. And apparently he's still mad that he's not going to be Blade in the MCU. I'm like,
hilarious.
Dude, you're fucking 53 or whatever. Like,
yeah, but I'll bet you he could kick the shit out of Mahershala Ali.
I'll ignore how you pronounce that, but
Remember after that white guy saved him from the booze?
Yeah.
And the jazz music?
Oh,
now he's Blade.
Now he's Blade.
Yeah.
That's a much better origin story than a woman being bit by a vampire.
Exactly. Come on now.
I'm very interested in seeing how that movie turns out, though, because that's good. Like, that is opening kind of the next door in Marvel, that it's like, okay, we can believe in aliens and interdimensional thing, because that's like stuff that they talk about. That's stuff that they talk about in science, but now
You
we're going to
gotta
have
make
to just
Blade
allow
rated R.
Oh yeah, probably. And he's like, that's going to be, but like now we're going to accept that vampires exist and like that kind of thing in the MCU.
Dracula.
And Draculas, all the Draculas.
Yeah.
That's an old
army of Draculas.
It's an old Donald Glover line in Community. He was originally dressed like an alien or whatever, or no, he was dressed like the Sigourney Weaver in like the big exosuit in Aliens. Then people were like laughing at him for being nerdy. So he leaves and he comes out and he's shirtless and he's got like one of those toilet seat covers around and it just says Dracula. And he goes, "I'm a sexy Dracula." And he's like, "Don't you just mean sexy vampire?" He's like, "It doesn't matter which Dracula I am." She is.
He's trying to win his ex-wife back.
Yeah. She's another like next level gorgeous lady, and she only got better with age.
Yes, she does actually. Her hair is still gorgeous.
Yeah, but like she was stunning in Thor and like Endgame and stuff like that.
Is that the fake number they give out and everything?
Yeah. Well, they always say 555 because if you say any other proper combination, you're going to get
a real person's phone number.
Well, it almost made me wonder. I was like, does 555 like did they have to? Like, is there a reason that one was held back?
It's the 5-5. They're gonna have to crack it eventually. There's so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! That's how I shave my balls.
Well, I think the way they get around that is by expanding the number of area codes.
I just want you to know that I say when I that's how I shave my balls. I don't mean with a big knife. I mean Dennis Haysbert with the big knife shaves my balls.
Yes. You just had to get State Farm car insurance, despite the fact that you didn't have a car.
Yeah. He's like, I might cut one of your nuts off accidentally. You need State Farm.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you lost a testicle from Dennis Haysbert? State Farm is here. Oh, this is like before the play.
Oh,
I'm like gonna shit myself.
I was always a mess. That's the only time I ever felt a genuine need to separate myself from my friends. I was like, I gotta go someplace else right now. I gotta be like, I popped one of those extra strength Halls because for some reason that soothed my stomach, and I would go sit in like the orchestra pit where it was just like dark and quiet.
I still have fucking dreams, man.
Yeah,
still have dreams where it's like I'm about to go on stage, or we're like the plays of that night, and I do not know my lines. I never learned them, and I'm like, oh fuck! Like
I had one time where I was this age, and I was going to see one of the plays. Like we got invited to see the play, and then somebody wasn't there, and they're like, "You're gonna have to do it." And I'm like, "I've never done this play. I do not know any of the lines or the blocking or anything." They're like, "Oh, you'll be fine." And so I was like, I'm going to improvise. I'm going to improvise my entire role because I don't know what's happening. I was like,
like Larry David.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to pay attention to what's going on and try and keep on topic. But like, I don't know what I'm going to do for you. But then I wake up and I'm like, why would anybody be asking like a 39-year-old to come and take over for like one of the high school roles? This is what understudies are for, people.
I also love thinking that like if I screw up this high school play, like, well, it's over. It's over for me.
Yeah.
Just in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to be mortified.
Yeah. I did expect it to lead me to Star Wars, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, Disneyland Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, if they invited me to work there, I'll do it.
You should.
Yeah.
I know you'd leave your family. They're like, you want to play Darth Vader in the thing? I'm see your wife.
I would be a joke of a Darth Vader. I'm too small. I
Yeah,
have
you
to
wouldn't.
be.
You just believe you're Darth Vader. There he is.
Bob Uecker. This is my favorite piece of trivia from this entire thing. David S. Ward hired him because he liked him from the Miller Lite commercials and from Mr. Belvedere. Did not know he was actually a baseball announcer.
Oh my
which is
God.
arguably what he's best known
That's
for.
hilarious.
He was the announcer for the Milwaukee Brewers for like 20 years prior to this.
I love this guy. He's so good in this movie.
And actually, he was in. I thought he was dead. My mind was blown. I found out he's in Monsters at Work that just came out on thing. And he plays.
What is that? Is that a movie?
No, it's the series, but it still features the original cast.
Oh, because I didn't know I was gonna watch it the other day after I saw Loki, but then I didn't.
Yeah. No, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
When does What If come on?
I don't know. It's soon. We just got Loki, or not Loki. Hawkeye just got a November date. I think it's supposed to come out before that. So
is this where they introduce my ex-wife as the new Hawkeye?
Oh yes.
Steinfeld.
Yeah.
No. She's my ex-wife. Like it's sort of like R. Kelly style.
Oh, I
We were
gotcha.
married when she was 15. I didn't know it. I'm sure she said it at some point in time, but I don't listen. So whatever. That's my thing, Judge.
I feel like the young guy who's with Bob Uecker could have been played by either Matthew Broderick or like John Cusack.
No, I think it should have been played by Buddy that was in the LARPers. Buddy that's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. Oh, Joel
That
Trulia.
Yeah, look, he looks
He'd
just
be
like
perfect.
him.
Except he would have been way younger than this dude. Like he probably would have been like 13 at that point.
So what? Even cuter.
Yeah, I like that. I remember, I think my cousin did this too. This whole, I'm going to like, for every base I'm going to steal, or for every home run I'm going to hit, or whatever it was, I'm going to like put an extra batting glove up. It's really funny though. This is a real thing. Like people who watch baseball, and even when I was watching baseball, the Jay, we'd be following the Blue Jays, and the Jays would win their first game, and you're like, we got this. This is in the bag.
Done.
And it's like, it's 162.
That's always what the Jays do. They always do well in the beginning and then suck balls for the rest of the fucking year.
It's 162 game season. Yeah, everybody just
isn't New York their main team, and that dude with the mustache, isn't he the home run hitter that they can't? Yeah.
Which they do the exact same thing in
every baseball movie.
Yeah. No, they do the same thing in part 2 as well, but it's a different guy who's like plays with them and then gets traded. And
oh right, he's the asshole that they don't like. He gets traded. Yeah,
I just like
and he's their number one guy. Somebody call it, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I know, right? Crowd booing. See, they did something interesting here too, because they have the low attendance right on the first day. There's no team that doesn't like come at least close to a sellout on the first day, because everybody's excited about, baseball.
We're doing it this year.
Baseball.
This year we're doing it.
Well, and they're also just happy being back and seeing a game and stuff like that. So everybody shows up, but then after that's done, we're like, oh, we're all done.
He's gonna light his ass up with meat. What the hell?
I hope that's what he said.
My lord.
I
love that he did not know that that was his job. He's like, you know what? Watching this is Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah.
Sounds like he could really call baseball well.
Yeah. It was just.
It's only the first game, buddy. It's only the first game.
I like that whole idea though of just the radio broadcast of baseball. Like, what could be more boring to a person?
And I thought that it was this one, but it must be in part 2 where it's what's his name in the audience.
Oh, Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hilarious because it's so big. It's like, we're going to get Randy Quaid in the audience. Boom.
Crushed it. There's apparently a scene that's in the trailer, but it wasn't in the movie, where they were talking about his big home run. Like, they were like, oh, that guy hit the big home run off me. And then Tom Berenger is like, well, there's a lot of parks that wouldn't have gone out of. And he's like, name one. And he's like, a Yellowstone?
Oh, he's like the green monster, eh? You really got to knock it to get over that fucker. Is that thing still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Made it twice as high.
I love that. It was too high. It's too high. What do you mean it's too high? What does that mean? I said it was too high. Who gives a shit? It's gone.
Like it shouldn't count because it's too high.
Yeah. Well, people say that. I've done that too. Where like, because you think it's gonna like, I'll do that. We'll sit in the outfield because we're hoping to maybe catch a home run ball or something like that. And and every time, like the ball gets hit, and I'm like, here we go, and then the second baseman catches it. I'm like, I have no sense of depth perception.
You're like,
that ball.
here it goes,
and it's like, and it's like, and it went backwards. I'm like, well, I don't know. This is the only major league of the three that was a
R.
which is a rated R too.
That's funny. I love that. So it's like the first one's rated R, and they know that all the kids watched it.
Yeah.
So why not make the second one rated R? Why water it down? Because you think, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think, but I mean, really, what are they watering down? They just said fuck less. That's the only that's the only difference in this. So I mean, like, who cares?
oh wow!
Like, they probably could have got away. They probably could have done even better with this movie had they just left that out in the first place. Because like people, when it comes to taking your kids to a movie, they're going to question why it's rated R, right? They're like, it's not like, hey, it's rated R because they say fuck a bunch. Oh, okay. Well, we'll let that slide.
That's rated R because one of the characters may or may not be a prostitute.
Yeah, like you never friggin' know, right? It's like
So what? Because
it's like this movie
what's
looks
a prostitute. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's like this movie looks innocent, and then it's like open fucking beaver shot or something like that.
Yeah, because that will be
Basic Instinct. Basic Instinct.
Yeah, but you mean who
But
who
that
brought
wasn't
their fucking kid to see Basic
no, but
Instinct?
what I'm saying is like it's just like that's something you don't know is going to happen.
Right.
It's just a rate like that was a rated R. So is this. Like, who's to say what's crazy shit's gonna happen? Basic Instinct, obviously, a lot of sexual shit was gonna happen, but like a lot of '80s comedies were about all the nudity, and depending on what parent wants to take people to. You know, they knock like 3 or 4 fucks out of this movie. It's a PG-13.
Yeah, like it's 14A.
Yeah.
Well, some of them were like T2. Why the fuck was that rated R?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not understand why that movie is rated R.
Yeah.
Because it shows a little man ass.
Well, and then even if you go from the violence, it's like there's like to me
It's
that's
bloodless
like
violence.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and
that's
just
why
T-1000 versus Arnold.
That's why the Avengers fight the bad guys they fight, because it's bloodless violence. They could kill thousands and thousands of them.
What about the
It's fucking
Shitaris,
rogue.
man? They mean something to somebody somewhere.
Yeah. But we're not advertising to those people, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. They're not paying the bills.
Yeah, that movie did not do well on their planet.
Exactly. This is a piece of shit. That's when they have the Chitauri cut.
Oh god, that'd be
4
amazing.
minutes. That's all. That's the only attention span they have, anyways. Like fucking TikTok videos.
It's just the whole movie ends when Loki shows up and like, I'm here with glorious purpose, and then it shows the Chitauri all coming down, and then you never see
And then there's just a shot of humans bending down on one knee. The end.
Yeah.
Done. The Chitaris have taken it.
Yeah, it's Black Widow in her like
Yeah,
down
in her
pose.
pose.
She's like she's bowing.
The Avengers have bowed to us.
That's the thing. Like, she's talking about having like a better body than the other person and stuff like that.
What, the girl that he cheated on her with?
Yeah, but like she's like so covered up in her librarian clothes that it's hard to tell. And it's bumming me out.
What the hell? Once a cheater, always a cheater, Jake.
Yeah.
How many times can you break her heart, Jake, for fuck's sakes?
Yeah.
Selfish prick. Would you even be in her presence if you weren't hired to be in Cleveland?
Exactly.
In the same spot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just a guy who's all about signs. He's like, we're in the same place again. That's a sign that we have to be back together.
He's big into the tarot. Oh, but he's rocking the Maylocks.
He does, like, he looks like he's only built to play 2 roles. It's a baseball executive or a NASA engineer.
Or no, NASCAR.
Oh,
He
could
could
be
be
NASCAR.
like one of the guys behind the scenes of NASCAR.
Yeah, I would support that.
I'll support you if you leave your family. Come with me to the woods. We'll live like gay. What's that family that lives out in the woods? Gayer than them.
Oh, very gay.
Swiss Family Robinson, gayer.
Oh, nice.
The Abba family that lives in the woods and runs from the Nazis, gayer.
To me, I feel like
happier. Happier.
Yeah, no, I get it. Swiss Family Robinson, I feel like is going to be exactly like the same as that Duggar family from like that 16 kids and counting or whatever. I was like,
they're at 21 and a half now and counting. One of them was just a lower torso.
Yeah. Oh. Just a
like, where's 0.5? I'm running around the yard again.
He's just a pair of pants and an extra foot. I like that he's always got that half-empty bottle of like Jim Beam or whatever sitting next to him as well.
No, we're just there now. Mm-hmm. I love the establishments that they're in. This guy would have been played by fuck.
No.
God, I got no names today.
No, I didn't.
Not Quaid. He would be, hey man, you want a piece of this? Want some of this? He died recently.
Bill Paxton?
Yes.
There you go.
That guy could have been played by Bill Paxton.
Because that was his weird science hair.
Yeah, exactly. He looked like right out of... I love the restaurants that they're in this place. Like that first one, I was like, man, I remember going to restaurants like that. Now they're all just fucking like pop-up fucking...
Yeah. There's still restaurants. That is a terrifying plane. I do think for professional baseball players, they have a right to be.
Well, no, it's because they're just a shit team.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, like, a shit team still has money to fly people places. Even if it's not a company or like jet, they pay for airline tickets.
Mort!
This is a friggin' prop plane.
Look at the fucking Zach Morris cell phone.
I know, eh? God, the antenna on that thing. I love the idea of the Moby Dick comic. So this movie
sure is.
This movie cost $11 million. It made $49 million domestic.
Nice.
Opened number one against Dream Team, Cyborg, and Dead Calm. All the new movies.
My God.
It knocked out Rain Man out of number one, who they were like 17 weeks in at that point, but they were still reaching number one status at that point. Stayed number one in week two. Say Anything, She's Out of Control and Disorganized Crime came out. Pet Sematary knocked it out of number one to bring it down to number two. It beat Red Scorpion though, and a limited release of Field of Dreams. They had like a little like regional opening for it
Right before it comes out wide.
Yeah,
release.
So, but it still made the top. That still made the top 10 at that point, and it went down to number 3 when K9 came out. But while it was in the top 10, the other movies that came out: See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Roadhouse, Fright Night 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, No Holds Barred, Dead Poet Society, and Vampire's Kiss.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah. Fuck yeah. He does follow her home. Great. I love the idea of this character because we're watching him, we're rooting for him, even though he's like a cheating piece of shit. Yeah. We're still like, yeah, you're a good guy now. Get back together with her. Yeah. She still loves you.
Yeah, you couldn't even like build some kind of misunderstanding and like, I wasn't actually cheating on her, on you with her. Like,
no, and I think that's kind of more adult actually. Yeah. That there isn't, he did it. Yeah. He did it. She's still miserable. Yeah. It's like Jennifer and Ben.
Oh, Bennifer.
Ben Joe.
It's so funny because every picture I've seen since they've gotten back together, every picture I have seen.
It's Benji.
Okay.
BNJE. Benji.
I'm fine with that.
Fuck whatever the other one is.
Yes.
Jen Ben.
But every
right
picture
in.
I know, right? Well, he thought it was just her house. Still not okay, but it's not her house. But every picture I've seen of the two of them together, though, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, have all been like, he looks like coked up Donald Trump Jr. Like he's got that like scraggly kind of beard and that like face, and he's like playing with her ass. He's like,
yeah,
and I'm just like. And I'm just like every single shot, and then I saw somebody took a photo or had a photo of the two of them, and then the caption was just like, what did it say? It said Jennifer Garner and Alex Rodriguez, and then in quotes. So I guess we'll just take the kids then.
I saw in the cover. This is for real. In the cover of a National Enquirer or a Star in the grocery store. And the front page was like, Rodriguez and J-Lo break up because she finds out that he's using her for her fame and her money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is everybody.
Yeah. No, the guy who guaranteed has 18 trillion more dollars in the bank than she does.
Yeah.
A professional athlete at the highest level of baseball who's making like, you know what I mean? So like that's a fucking joke. If anything, J-Lo's using him.
Yeah.
They both have their money, but if to make the argument, I just love it because they're like, did you like as the people that are in the star, like, did you not know who Rodriguez is? Do you not, you know, like you never heard of him?
I would argue
he's just some bum milking off of J-Lo.
Actually, I would argue, I don't have any of the numbers on me, but I'm willing to bet she has a shit ton more money than he does.
I disagree.
I think he has like $100 million like contract or whatever it was. I guarantee you she has like $500 million.
No.
Because
she does, but I still think that he has more.
Because she has way more, like she has companies on companies.
Yeah, well, and then she's got like the perfumes and the movies and I still think he has got more in the bank.
Let's see we look.
Come on now.
Jennifer Lopez.
I'm rooting for J-Lo, actually, to be honest with you, but I believe that Rodriguez has more.
That's fine. She's worth $400 million.
Dear God.
So.
She's not even that good. $400 million because she's a beautiful looking woman.
Yeah.
Some of her tunes are pretty catchy.
He's worth $350 million, so she has more money.
50 mil more.
Yeah. It's a drop in the bucket.
He is using her, that piece of shit. Oh, I'm sorry, J-Lo. I know what I say makes all the difference, girl. Yeah. That's the one thing that gets me too is when celebrities feel like they get so riled up. Like what's her name? Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
She's like bawling her face off because Whoopi Goldberg told the truth.
Yeah.
Whoopi's like, you don't have naked pictures on your phone, girl, because then they leak. And she's like, how dare you slut shame me? And it's like, oh my God. Like, girl, you seriously obviously have some emotional problems that you need to take care of. Instead of screaming at Whoopi because you put naked pictures of yourself online. Whoopi said something about it.
Yeah. And the worst thing is, too, she's not even like slut shaming her. She's saying this is a risk.
Yes.
This is something that can happen. There's a genuine solution to making sure this doesn't happen. That's right.
Well, no, but everybody takes it the wrong way because it's just like they're so messed up.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell Whoopi what's up, girl. Whoopi's a real goddamn woman.
Anybody who
can go out with Ted Danson in blackface.
Yeah.
And still
oh my God,
live it is obviously a boss queen.
She's had a hell of a career, like a life.
Fucking right, man. I love Whoopi.
Whoopi's amazing.
Fucking right.
The only person better than Whoopi is Kenan Thompson playing Whoopi, because he always does that. He's got like those big like black and gray dreads and has the glasses and then keeps like lowering them and doing like the Whoopi eyes.
Okay, what's Ben worth?
Oh,
way less than J-Lo.
Oh yeah. He plays Batman just to know what it's like.
I have a feeling that Ben Affleck has a big cock and knows how to use it because he's one of these dudes where it's like every relationship he's in, it comes out him. He's a piece of shit.
Actually,
yet he gets more. He gets more girls than ever.
Yeah, he's worth $150 million according to
this.
Which
it.
To me,
what a lowly piece of scum shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you think a guy on his level who's been in a lot of big movies and has like is a director, like he's an Oscar-winning director.
Yeah, but Oscar-winning movies don't make you the money.
No, I know, but it's just like he's got a very
music videos. That's what makes you the money.
Yeah. Well, that's like the whole thing too. That's the diversity or the diversification of like things that people do now make it really hard to tell because it's like you think of Beyonce and Jay-Z. And you're like Jay-Z owns a fucking basketball team, and has like liquor companies, and has a friggin' I think he's got a weed company now,
maybe
this stuff, and it's like Beyonce is Beyonce. It's like I think that like
she
trademarked her own name.
She
and
used to be a good Christian woman.
Yeah. Now she's fierce.
You should see, you'd see her on music videos, and she was so nice. And now she sits there with her big shades on and her huge hat, with her daughter, who's trying to be, that Blue Ivy's going to be the biggest bitch in the world. I feel bad for those kids.
Yeah,
they're not going to have any clue what the real world is. Not that they're going to need to, because they'll be,
but even
rich beyond belief,
and beyond like beyond like just. Like any kind of like level of parenting, like that aside, whether they're good parents or bad parents, the fact that like those people are so in the limelight, they have to hide their kids from the real world. It just instantly puts them at a disadvantage.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Looks like he was gonna masturbate.
I thought he was going to drop his dick in there or something.
Yeah. Don't do this. You know who he
He's just like
reminds me of?
defiantly drinking his fucking...
Up your butt, Joe Boo. He reminds me a lot of John Saxon from like Enter the Dragon, and Nightmare on Elm Street, and stuff like that. Like I feel like he could have just easily slid into those roles, and everything would have been fine.
Oh my god, that wasn't even booze. You didn't even notice. It's just like pure laxative.
That would have been funny.
Because he's trying to tell Joe Boo he's full of shit because he can't hit these curveballs.
That would have been really funny if he gets hit with the bat. But like, wouldn't that be good? Like if he knew that he was gonna do this, and like so, Serrano comes back in and then replaces the thing. Like you see him like put the cap of like the X-Lax back on or whatever. Some baseball player, I have his name here. He basically just tried to co-opt the whole Wild thing. Changed his number to 99. He came out to Wild Thing and he was like, you should call me Wild Thing now. And I'm like, fuck off, dude.
You should call me Wild Thing now.
Mitch Williams. He was a relief pitcher for the Cubs. So yeah, he began to wear number 99, had the Wild Thing play when he entered. It was briefly called Wild Thing. In addition to the modern day tradition, but this is actually something that was taken from this. Relief pitchers started getting their theme songs based out of this. Because nobody, relief pitcher would just come out. Right. But now those hot closers come out and they get like a cool song and it comes out and everyone's like, yay!
Oh, now he's on the Miller Lite today.
Yeah.
He's done the bottle.
Yeah.
He likes to mix. Oh, no, the bottle's right there.
Yeah. But yeah, the Miller Lite, that was a little nod to him because he was in a bunch. Like Ernest was in all those commercials back in the day. Like Bob Uecker was in Miller Lite commercials. Like there was like no
What a fucking voice, eh?
Oh, it's such a good.
What a voice.
Such a good. He should have been the voice of Alf.
Yo.
Yeah.
Fucking tanked her on purpose, but that's baseball for you, baby.
I love his rec specs.
Now he's doing good because he can see.
Yeah. And I do understand that could be a real thing, but I was like, the pitching that he was doing, would it have been so wild just because his eyesight was a little bit?
Yes. Oh, hell yes.
Yeah? Okay, see, that's something I just don't have experience with. All right. I can buy. Okay, I'll buy into that.
Oh, fuck, because it's so far we can't see where he knows generally where he's throwing, but this is a game of inches.
That's fair. Yeah. I have nothing to say to that. You're 100% right.
You gotta be able to see it in there.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like to the point where I don't even know why I made that comment. Like, obviously.
You're just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. No, I wasn't, though. I was just curious because, like, I wear glasses from time to I do have.
Why? Like, what, you're trying to look like a fucking nerd?
Yeah. No, at work, they, because my eyesight keeps having to focus from between a lot of different distances in short time because I look far away, close up, far away, close up, far away, close up.
Oh, it fucks with me.
And all at screens, so they gave me glasses that kind of help balance out that focus, but also has the blue light protection on it, to protect my eyes. So usually when my eyes start to get a little strained at work, that's when I'll put them on. I have them there. I have a pair here too, but. I actually have a pair that I'm reviewing. Here, I'll pop these on.
Pop them on. Let's see.
These are going to be my Wild Thing.
Here we go.
You have to sing Wild Thing for us.
Oh, yeah. Wild Thing.
I'll wear these for the rest of the episode.
You were my. Oh yeah.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing out.
Look at me. Oh my god.
These aren't my
You look
prescription
like the biggest fucking loser nerd.
I'll go get my regular glasses.
Oh my fuck. No, leave those ones a Wild Thing.
I'm gonna wear them all.
You're fucking. If it's Wild Thing, your anthem should be Wild Wing. Wild Wing. He's not here to pitch because he's fucking eating wings again.
And then when he pitches, they're all wild. Because
oh yeah, I like these
are my
plastic ones. These are your actual prescription?
No, these are my prescription.
Oh, well, what the fuck are these for?
These are just for blue light removal. These are my glasses.
Blue light removal.
Well, it just blocks out the blue light.
Let me see these ones. No, they don't look too bad on you.
Thank you.
I
do need to clean them.
You got that head shape that really works for nerd glasses.
I know. it worked out.
Your big nerd melon.
My glasses at work are a lot thinner and lighter than these ones, though. But we'll wear glasses for the rest of the thing so we match.
This guy's already rich. He put money in the stocks. He bet on the other team.
I always like that. That's something that I think about a lot about, like when it comes to wrestlers or something like that too. You always can tell. You see like a wrestler retires and disappears. You're like, that guy took care of his money. And then you see a wrestler who's like Virgil, like showing up at the thing. You're like, oh, poor guy.
Virgil, look at your glasses are fogging up.
I'm done with that. I'm giving up on that immediately. That's another thing.
TIK TOK.
This is something that always blows my mind. I catch a lot of this because we're near Buffalo, so we get a lot of Buffalo radio and stuff like that. And then on Monday, they're talking about the last, it's just people calling in and being like Monday morning quarterbacks going, oh, yeah, Buffalo should have swapped out their QB in the third quarter. We would have won that game had we done that. Had we played our worst quarterback.
Oh, here they are.
I love that. See, that's the dude who's from that's the guy from the middle. They're still shitty.
Is that better?
Is that how they used to chalk the lines with a friggin' watering can in a square template?
I guess, yeah.
I was like, you would think that they would have some kind of like a rolling system or something like that.
Why does his voice?
Why does he need the therapeutic bath though?
This is so wicked.
Yeah. There you go. But the why did he need to go use like the therapeutic bath thing? He did not like work out.
He's old.
Yeah. Well, then he should have one at home. Like that's for the people who need their bodies recovered for the next day. I was reading
they're just like they're all just pieces of meat to her. I love it.
I was reading who was it? Russell Wilson, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. He spends $1 million a year on like a therapeutic team to like keep his body in shape. He has his own personal massage therapist, physiotherapist. He's got 2 chefs. Like one I assume is at home and the other one travels with them. And like,
right.
I was like what a system to have in place. But I mean, he's always been a healthy. Like he never goes out due to injuries and stuff like that. So I guess if it works.
Outboard motor starting.
This scares the shit out of me.
Even the motor's a piece of shit.
I know. They couldn't even get a good motor.
You gotta wash your fucking toes, bro. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he looked like he was stretching out.
I know. Like, holy Christ.
I would be like the girl in the saw the lady in half trick. I would be folded up. Oh, he knows
They're
it.
doing pretty good. They're starting to pick it up.
What do you think the odds are of you noticing a single person in the crowd, even if
Happens
there
all
wasn't
the
that
time.
busy a crowd?
She's like, oh God, he saw me. He saw me caring again.
She went to a baseball game by herself too, which is weird.
Oh, and he's got enough time to go change. Yeah. Oh no, he's still in his gear.
But nobody interested in getting an autograph from him. Like,
no,
do you
him.
think
Not him.
Yeah. that security guard was way too like, yeah, this happens all the time.
I gotta go for that girl. Same girl every time.
That'd be amazing. Imagine every single movie was just him going after. It was really a stalker series.
Well, he did follow her home. Yeah. It wasn't even her house.
Yeah. No, but wouldn't that be fun? Like, it stops being about baseball. Like, he's retired and he's still stalking her, and she's like moving from state to state, running away from him, and he's like,
Bobby. Yeah. Every time I think of you, you're gonna think of me.
Yeah.
Huh?
I love
Every
that
time
movie.
I think of you, I'm gonna think of me.
That's not the line.
Every time you think of me, you're gonna think of you, and vice versa, Bobby.
Gabagoo.
Oh fuck yeah! Look at that thing. The old ball-mobile.
I have to follow her home for a second time and something inconspicuous.
Like, only in the movies would it be acceptable for this guy to show up, like, follow her, and it just be like a funny situation. Yeah. Like, if I showed up on my exes, they're just like, okay, this is a party not in my house. She would, like, fucking call the cops, and I'd be like, fucked.
There are, like, full-on, like, there are laws that would allow this woman to put a bullet in his chest right now and walk away scot-free.
I don't know what movie I was sitting in, but the preview was for this fucking movie where the guy is like in love with the girl across the street, but he's like a nerd. And she ends up climbing in his window and they go on this big adventure. And then he wakes up in the morning and she's left him like clues because she's like missing. And only if he really loves her will he find. And during the preview, when she breaks into the house, I leaned over to who I was with and I was like, if that was a fucking dude, he'd be arrested. Yeah. End of movie. And these little girls were behind me. And I remember the one girl leaned over here and she was like, he's right, you know? I was like, no shit. Like,
yeah.
I was like,
this isn't even a question. While we're at it, let's talk about The Fault in Our Stars. Fuck that movie.
Oh, agreed. I can tell you a lot of faults with The Stars, bud.
Nobody can love a person on oxygen.
Your wife pretends she loves you.
Yeah, I got my sleep apnea thing.
You know what? If you want to sleep well,
that fucking thing.
No, what you need to do is put the old THC pocket in there. So when you breathe, it mixes in weed smoke, and you have the best fucking sleep of your life. Dude, that's the new right there. That's the new hotness right there. Dank. Boom, just made it.
Nice. How was your sleep? It was dank.
It was fucking dank, bruh.
Diggity dank. Remember that?
No.
That was a really old fucking...
No, I don't.
That came from, like, Letterman. He, like, interviewed somebody or something and then explained, like, there was dank and swag. Like, dank.
Oh, my God. And then you know that, like, if Letterman said it for 8 months straight afterwards. Is that dank?
He's still like, Uma, Oprah, Oprah, Uma. I'm like, oh, my God.
Dick ass man.
They both
We're in Canada with dick ass man. Like, you can't get over that, for fuck's sakes.
He shouldn't have to. He is...
Of course he did.
Did you ever read Moby Dick?
Her wedding to the new guy?
Which makes him even a bigger jerk. So not only he lost her by cheating on her, he's now going to steal her from another dude. I'm going to make you cheat on that guy. And then they end up broken up because she's not in the second one.
Look, now he's essentially going to rape her.
Yeah. Yeah, this is his role.
He just played a game.
I want this to be a sex scene like MacGruber. I'm gonna shoot. That's still my favorite sex scene of all time in a movie. That is immediately followed up by him having a similar sex scene with a ghost.
Oh, as long as he read Moby Dick, that means he loves her.
Yeah. This is not good. He's gonna I was gonna say, he's gonna imagine undoing her skirt? He's choking. I picture he's got like,
you're always gonna choking me into the bed.
Yeah. Hey, there's
this changes nothing. She's still gonna get married.
Yeah. I get it.
He's way older. This is when it was like totally cool.
Yeah. How old do you think he was? Because he does look like an older man in this movie, but I mean...
She's great in this role.
Oh, God, yeah.
This could have been... They offered it to Kirstie Alley.
This could have been a Kirstie Alley.
Oh, my God. A Kirstie Alley joint.
Oh, finally. Where is she? I've got her written down here. That is... Oh, I guess I didn't write her down. Oh, you know why? Oh, no, Margaret Whitten. She was in 9.5 Weeks. She was the mom in Little Monsters. She was in, She was in Man Without a Face, and she died in 2016 at the age of 67. Dude, like, is this a thing? Are there comic books for all the classic novels?
I guess. That's fucking awesome. I like that.
But they're so short. Like, how, like, a book that's, like, Bible thick, how are you, like, turning that into, like, a 70-page
There's some major things. It's a lot of bullshit. A couple major things happen. Yeah. Boom.
I guess, yeah.
It's like the Coles notes.
Well, and sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you put the picture there, all that description has to go away.
Exactly correct.
Okay, that's fair. I wish that more.
Oh, here's Buddy.
I wish that more announcers were just like him. We're just like, fuck it.
More like Dennis Miller.
It's radio. Oh God.
And like, who the fuck even cares?
Yeah. He's pitching like Quetzalcoatl going to the supermarket in a raincoat. Cha-cha.
Like, is that the game out? Does it really have to be? Or like when somebody in golf like curses and it's like, well, there's a big fine. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit?
I know.
Like, everybody pretends that we don't curse and swear and fart and shit fart.
I've never done any of those things. So now he's wearing a suit.
Well, now he's getting a little. This is after the game.
Yeah. No, but what kind of a job do you go to where you wear a suit and then you play dress up with the boys and then go back home in your suit?
Nice. Yeah. Two or three of them actually went through puberty the other day.
Yeah.
They're developing much faster than we thought.
You really believe that, don't you?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Well, I know what that is. Actually, this is really interesting that they bring this up. So basically, the whole plot of this movie is she wants to move them out.
Yeah, to
and
Miami.
all this stuff. And she goes out of her way to do it by bringing in all these nobodies and stuff like that. They shot an alternate ending where she comes back and said the entire thing was a ruse. That she never planned on doing that. It was all to
Just
fire
to
them
get
up
them.
and stuff. But that doesn't jive with the fact that she hired bad players on purpose. And
Right.
Or nobodies.
Well, maybe she knew she did the math, bud.
Yeah.
She did the Moneyball math.
Maybe she moneyballed. But yeah, like
they had to bring in what's his name to die.
Yeah.
Coulson.
Oh yeah.
Just to bring them all together.
And he plays Coulson in this too.
Yeah, he loves this guy.
And it's the exact same scene from Avengers, except it's the bat going through his chest. And
they're like, well, we don't really know this guy.
Yeah, it's like the home run.
Like,
it's upsetting. I didn't want him to die. I just don't.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to his funeral. I didn't even know his name. I think he said Coulson.
Coulson.
Something I didn't know. Clark Gregg, who oh God, I can't remember the name of the movie now. What was the name of the movie with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer? It was like the supernatural. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh God, yes! Damn you! Why have you done this to me?
I gotta
and the girl was buried in the backyard or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, look, here it is.
What Lies Beneath?
What Lies Beneath? Guys, good thing I never would have got it.
Written by Clark Gregg, who plays Phil Coulson.
No way.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it was what.
You guys stink.
I like this too.
You guys stink. It can't really be her real boobs because like they would have to have a full-length naked picture of her.
She was the Las Vegas showgirl. It was the trophy wife, so they could. Yep. I was just going to say exactly the same thing, and then it occurred to me, people watching probably actually could have seen my face do that change.
Oh, yeah. That's what my biceps look like all the time because I'm always fucking working at it.
Corbin Burnson is the one, like, by the end of this movie that I like the most.
Yeah.
Like, he puts so much into it and, like, gets over a lot of shit. And, like, there's bad, like, and not immediately if, like, shit's about to go down, but Stealing Home is a super, like, awesome thing. Like, that's something I always wanted to see live.
Indians win 5th straight.
We did it.
It only took them 5 wins to go into 4th?
Well, 4th in their division, which is usually out of 4 people.
This is what it's like. Dude, you know, if you ever, like, you know, seeing them walk around half naked and blah, blah, blah. Dude, that's like what it's like on the boat. No one gives a shit. I don't even give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I come out in my underwear, go get a towel. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever. Open the door. We're all talking. We're all half naked.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, nice boner, bro. Hey, thanks, bud. You're just all right. Hey.
Yes.
You know, it's cool.
Let's make him kiss. This, I like how they really nailed down the athlete.
Is his head like too big for a hat?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, everybody's is apparently. I like he's like, I'm not fucking wearing it. Also, no sleeves if you don't mind. That's Roberto Alomar with Catch the Taste.
Catch the Taste.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't age well with him spitting in another person's mouth. Oh, I get it. Because he
I don't.
steals home.
Don't steal someone's home without it.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Because you bought it and you stole it from under them?
Yes. Is that a thing they do?
Why don't we have a thing like that?
Because we can't cross our legs. Aside from...
Nor could we ever get our shit together enough to ever synchronize foot play. I told you one thing was this shit. Look at my hat.
I'm gonna be really, really frank. If I was wearing like a Blue Jays shirt or something like that, and somebody else wearing a Blue Jays shirt came out and they came by and they're like, "Come on, number one, yeah," I would just take the Blue Jays shirt off right there. I'm like, I didn't wear it to commune with you. I just liked the shirt. We're done.
Imagine you're at a game. Yeah, you Blue Jay. It's like everybody.
Yeah, that
like,
was.
oh,
Yeah.
this is great. This is all day now. This is all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the people are here to support baseball and at least one of the teams.
Right. Yeah, it's not like you ran into them in the street and like, hey, we're wearing the same team shirt.
Wow, can you
we're
believe
in
that?
Cleveland and we're wearing the same team shirt.
Yeah. Can you believe that? I literally can.
How dare you cheer?
I love that. You know what's crazy though? That box that they're sitting in isn't even like a nice luxury box. Like an actual luxury box at a place would look a lot nicer.
Oh,
Damn. Good move. See, gee, I wonder why they changed the name to the Guardians.
I know, right? A
Can
bunch
we-
of white dudes go, blah, 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 blah.
And that's the thing too. And I'm like, again, a bit of my response to that guy tweeting about the whole Guardians thing. I'm like, to
Oh,
you,
yeah.
I'm like, to you guys, maintaining this heritage is you doing a tomahawk chop while holding a beer. I'm like,
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about heritage.
Well, exactly.
And again, nobody forced them to do it. They did it on their own, which is nice.
Oh,
You know, it's not like the city had to come against. Oh, it's another one of the like classic '80s news studios, like the Batman one that we talked about that before.
Oh, fuck. The
Oh,
final
yeah.
showdown. Force
That guy-
him into a final showdown, baby.
Uh-oh. Corbin Burnson, what are you doing? I thought that his wife was in more shit. I looked her up. She was in this and one other thing. And in the other thing, she played female victim. She looks like Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies there.
Yeah, she looks like Jamie Lee Curtis mixed with Amanda Burse.
Okay.
Oh, she just caught her old man cheating on her.
Yeah. How many wives do you think just kind of have that expectation that that's just going to happen?
Oh, that like there probably a lot of them.
Yeah.
Especially when you watch these like wags or whatever these show like housewives of
yeah.
sports stars, and it is like, lady,
Yeah.
you guys are so not in love. Like you are a trophy wife.
Yeah.
Like this. So don't be surprised, when.
Yeah. It's like,
But what can I say? I cannot base anybody
No.
based on their looks, but it seems like in the relationship, they don't seem like either one of them are really into it.
No. It's like, it's just an agreement that they came on because they're going to spend most of their lives apart anyways.
Yes.
When you do see a couple, like, because you see those couples, but then you do see a couple where you're like, oh man, these guys got their shit together.
Exactly.
Like, who was it? It's a young,
That's the thing that gets me nowadays too with all this bullshit. Man, when you get married, that's supposed to be it. Like that's it. You don't get married and then go fuck around and like blah blah blah. Like that's what you do when you're,
yeah.
What the fuck did you even get married for?
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes.
I'm trying to think who it was though. There was some young player who just married his high school sweetheart and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this is nice. You don't see enough of this.
Like old Ted Lasso there, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking wife runs off with Harry Styles.
That makes sense.
I mean, at least if you lost your lady, at least it's still like Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Something like that. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
think I'd
Like
be
that's
mad.
okay. I'd be like, whatever. That's why they gave him the Emmy, because they feel bad for him.
She's probably giving him watermelon sugar right now. People love that show though.
Song. you mean.
Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso. Yeah, it looks like shit. Oh, that's Buddy's wife.
Yeah. She looks kind of outstanding right
She
now.
is hot as balls, regardless.
She has that femme fatale thing going on.
She
See,
is
again, you say it's
beautiful.
rated R and you see that shot, you might see a vagina in this movie. There's a good chance. Charlie Sheen's there, something's getting fucked.
Ball players chasing me.
That's another thing. That was something because they dealt with that in Bull Durham too. Like Susan Sarandon and the other girl are just like the baseball whores. And I'm like, what a weird
Like
thing.
lot lizards.
Yeah. I just like I
Well,
find
no,
it
these
really
girls,
weird.
obviously, there's like girls that chase rock stars, girls that chase, these dudes, sports dudes. Why not? Fuck, man.
No, I
I'd
knew
fucking
that.
go for it if I was a lady. Fucking right.
And then she's extra, like, this is kind of extra cruel, what she does right here.
Suzanne Dorn.
Like,
He's like, well, how do I know that name?
you know what? Like, I legit would just go to Roger and be like, yo, dude, she came up on me. I had no idea she was your wife until afterwards, and like, come to him like a man. I think that whole thing is completely squashed.
And you're a
between
great
them.
kid. Like, how old is he?
Well, he's supposed to be like in his like early 20s, right?
Right.
This is the most honest he's ever been. Look, you can see it in his face. Like, all over that.
Look at her, she's so happy now.
She has that double life thing. She is Jamie Lee Curtis in True
Yep.
Lies 100%. I like then he also just goes to tell her.
She just fucking doesn't do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And now the thing too is he's gonna be mad at him and not mad at her. That's what gets me, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a live
Yeah.
chicken.
Well, that was what they. Yeah, that's what I'm glad that they were just being funny with it. With all
Right.
this, we're gonna sacrifice a chicken. It was just fake chicken. Yeah, he's got gorgeous hair there. Like it's a little like old, like it's receding a little bit, but it's still got that wavy.
Oh, they got their $5 bucket of chicken.
Nice.
Now they can afford the big bucket.
That's not how a chicken works.
Yeah,
What-
exactly.
a chicken doesn't
All
have-
those pieces do not make up one chicken.
If it did,
He's
it's
a baseball player, okay?
If it did, it's a
not a
Chernobyl
fucking
chicken.
veterinarian.
Fair enough. Yeah, this thing has no breasts but 30 thighs.
Oh, he's in the zone. Like booger.
Nice.
Like booger. Here we go. The big game. New York. Who was gonna guess that versus Cleveland?
I know. I know we established it in the very first game.
This is when it comes back and it's New York versus like some other San Diego.
Yeah.
It's not the Cleveland at all. They pull a big switch. So like they lost the last game. Now it's San Diego versus thing.
You know what would have been the best ending to this movie? Rain delay. It just rains and the whole movie is just rain delay.
Oh my god!
It's
Like when
just
WrestleMania came on or whatever.
Oh,
This fucking
God.
rain delay. I was like, what the
That's
fuck?
what
Oh,
you
no, he's
don't
got
do.
Jobu with him.
Yeah. You do not do a show like that outdoors. Just don't. Like there are plenty of stadiums and stuff like that have like that outdoor feel, like because it opens at the thing, but it's still covered at the top.
Yeah.
I was like, do that if you're gonna do.
I wouldn't
anything
ever
like
say
that.
where they would ever put an outdoor venue for anything like that.
For
Like it's cool, but no, it's not cool because then even like you gotta wait for the nighttime.
yeah.
You can't
also-
have the fucking Undertaker
Oh.
match in the daytime. Like,
I remember what WrestleMania was that. WrestleMania 7
where they were in
where they were in
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
And that was, and I remember like that was the weirdest thing. The first like 5
You know,
matches
it's like
were
the
in
bash at the
light.
beach. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this? Like.
Yeah. I can't. I need to.
That's
go
like
back
when you
and
go
watch
see
those.
like metal shows in the daytime. I was like, this
No.
fucking blows.
Well, that
How
was the thing-
evil is this? Like, bring
Yeah.
the pentagram out. It's fucking the sun's up still, for Christ's sakes.
Anarchy. Make sure to have an early supper. But
Don't swim 1 hour after the meal.
I like to see. This is Roger Dorn's response to her cheating and all
He's
that
just gonna
stuff.
play better.
I'm gonna play good beast. Like the best revenge is living well.
Yeah,
He's
I'm gonna
gonna-
win this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, he also probably knows why she did it.
Yeah. I think wouldn't that be the best? That was his ultimate prank. So he did the red tag prank on him, but he's like, "No, we're swingers." Like that. Like, so he was so scared this big fight was gonna happen. It's like, no, I loan out my wife's pussy all the time. It's fine. He's like, that's why I was with that other
He's-
girl at the thing because she's totally
She's
down.
totally cool with it.
It's like I brought that girl home with me.
It's
It was
just
like to have a
fuck with
three-way.
him. That's so good.
That would have been
Boom.
nice. That is always like, to me, that is still one of the most impressive sporting things. Like whenever I'm watching highlights,
Yeah,
to
I
watch
never find
anybody,
slam dunks to be real. The guy's like 12 feet tall. I'm
Well,
like, you're fucking dunking. Like, come on.
they're very commonplace. Like unless it's a cool like alley-oop or
Right,
something
or some
like
crazy
that.
shit.
or like somebody gets a little cocky, puts one off the backboard or slammed or dunks on somebody really good, blah, blah, blah. But like to rob a home run, like a point in baseball is worth a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And so to actually like snatch that away.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
This is off the reservation.
I know. So this is another thing that's very weird and is not really a baseball thing. Like, so to my knowledge, or at least the way it seems that it was put, like Rick Vaughn was not a relief pitcher earlier in this. Like he was playing full game.
He was the pitcher.
But now all of a sudden he's going to play relief in this game. Because that's more dramatic.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're right, actually. He was
like
their main dude.
Yeah, and I was like, he was their ace.
Who's playing? Who's the pitcher now?
It's the old guy.
Ah.
Which he's like their other pit. Like they had the two pitchers. I don't know.
Come on, Roger.
Yeah. Ooh, see that kid. That kid almost was excited. He looked like he was about to cheer, and then his yawn made him look like Jason Voorhees coming out of the lake. Sorry, little guy. I hope you're doing okay. It's weird to think he's an adult.
Somebody said that
now.
to him already. He's killed himself long ago.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, Dorn. You got her, bud.
That weird clap always throws me off. He's got this like stoic, like, I clap.
Here we go.
Yeah. Still has hats for bats. Ooh, number
Pedro.
1. I do this is a thing though, like I enjoy when the team that I support, like I'm not a big follower of baseball, but I'm a supporter of the Blue Jays. If they were to win,
me too. Same thing with like the Raptors
but I do watch football and but I'm like, I can't be so, like some people get so crazy about it. Like those guys were there with the season tickets. Like, we're number 1. This is going to happen. Like, I can't bring myself to be that guy. I've just
imagine going to a play and coming out like, yeah, Black, he did it. Flipping cars and shit.
Yeah. The Bard. I love the Bard.
Fucking lighting shit up.
Actually, it's funny that you even brought up Shakespeare because I was thinking today there's that scene in which Star Trek was where Christopher Lee plays the Klingon. Not Christopher Lee. Christopher Plummer. Plays the Klingon, and he says a line. He's like, you've never really heard Hamlet until you enjoy it in its original Klingon. And I'm like, I like that a lot. That means Shakespeare was a Klingon.
That's right.
And I'm down with that. Or he stole it, which is probably crushed it.
Boom.
Like, to me,
yeah, in the park. That's my car. That's what's her name's car. It's gonna hit, right?
That's amazing. To again, because he's a guy who just couldn't hit a curveball. Would that not be something that would be scouted?
You got the bat with you, bud.
Yeah, actually, that was in the trivia today. There's no rule against that. As long as you don't use it for some kind of advantage, there's no reason that you have to.
Like they're throwing the ball back and then you hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it again.
Exactly. Yeah, you won't necessarily be called out unless you try to do something with the bat. Like take out a guy's knee.
Like on the way by.
Yeah.
You see Nancy Kerrigan, that motherfucker, boom, right in the knee.
Or he slides into second with it up, so he jabs the guy in the balls. I love
razzing. That's a raspberry. Yeah. That ain't razzing.
Yeah, I know.
Whoever did the closed captioning should be fucking fired.
Yeah. Don't worry, they were. Closed captioning can be done automatically now.
Yeah.
See, like this is kind of what he was talking about. With he gets to go out there. I would feel amazing. I think everybody should have an opportunity to feel like that once. Like just one day you fill up an arena and every person scrolls through. So it's like, okay, well, the people in seats like C19 to C35 come down, and then each person makes their entrance, and everyone's like, woo! And you go back to your seats, and then everybody, until you go through everybody.
So these are all just extras sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
People that want to be in a movie, make some noise.
Yeah. Well, how would you not want to do that? It probably very well did there was an actual game going on or something.
Right.
And then they were like, if you guys come early for the game, we're going to be shooting. Or if you stay late after the game, we're going to be shooting. And then you can be in the movie, and then whoever stayed, because not everybody would have stayed. There's people who'd rather just go home.
Yeah, I got to go home. Or whatever, I got shit to do. I got to go to my job, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
And then they just do like they did in Canadian Bacon, right? They just group everybody.
Yep.
Shot is.
Move them all to there. Yeah. Move them all over there.
Or like they were doing in WWE to fake like they didn't have garbage attendance for a while. They were like the entire. I remember seeing pictures, and you'd see like every seat where the camera could see, completely full. They were doing none of the crowd shots.
They got rid of some really good dudes that they should not have, and I think they're
Yeah.
really like, we fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand why you would fire a guy and then be upset that they got hired by another company. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
oh, there he goes. He did have a good game. Oh, here we go.
You want Vaughn?
Oh, it's in the second one, obviously, where he has the heart attack.
Yes.
Who used that excuse? I did. Heart attack.
The
Like, leave the most popular guy until the very end.
Yeah.
And then now he's going to pitch one strikeout and be like, you did it.
I know.
Like the other guy did the whole game.
Yeah.
The old guy who couldn't even fucking live.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. And then, like, and basically winning the game is Tom Berenger hitting a single.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not even like the big home run at the end or something like that. He legs out a single.
He
Spoiler
explodes
alert.
his kneecaps.
Yeah. So that's the one
Oh
thing,
my God, they're standing on top of the goddamn dugout.
That's actually something that I thought was they did a good job. Like, because our last movie, we pitched a sequel. This movie, they actually did a good job with what, like, the stories they chose to tell with the sequel. One of them being him becoming like a sellout.
Right.
Like losing the
I
edge
forget
that
what
we-
happens in the second one, totally.
So his big thing, like, he's the one with the love interest who like works with kids and stuff like that.
Right.
But he becomes like a little bit of like a money grubber kind of dude. And Tom Berenger is at the end of his career and finding that he's becoming a leader. He takes over for him as the coach when he goes out and stuff like that. So I was like, that's like, I think that's a cool way to deal with that. The reason that the Indians were chosen for this were specifically because David S. Ward was a huge Indians fan growing up. So, and he's like, I feel like writing a movie where they win the pennant is the only way I'm going to see it.
Oh, see, that kid did a good job. Put a wig on, put Wild Child on the sign.
They were ready.
Smart move.
What if you were that big of a fan of, yeah, but what if you were that big of a fan of a relief pitcher and the pitcher didn't play? You got all your
Right.
shit and then he just didn't even come out. You're like, oh, fuck. That's why I loved, like, one of my favorite all-time, like, hometown athletes was Roy Halladay when he played for the Jays, because he was, like, just the coolest, like low-key smooth guy and immensely good at his job, like the best pitcher in the league for, like, the longest time. And then to the point where when he left the team, nobody was mad at him. When he came back to play against the team, everybody cheered him.
Right.
And they loved him so much, and he got that when he retired, he signed a one-day contract with the Jays so he could retire as a Blue Jay.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And that happens, like, that's happened a few times. Like, Vince Carter did the same thing with the Raptors. Like, Toronto loves their stars, and they understand when somebody leaves.
Think Coffee Leonard's going to come back?
No.
He didn't win in his new team.
He didn't win in his new team, but the bottom line is I think he leveraged winning with Toronto to move to a nicer place.
Oh, totally.
He doesn't want to spend his
But
winter
even
in
I'd
Toronto
rather
when he
be
can spend
fuck
it in LA.
that. I'd still rather go to the place where I'm going to win.
Yeah,
You're going to make the money anyways.
But
Fucking
it's
go
not-
to where you win, man.
but it's not like they didn't do well, and they still played better than the Raptors.
You mean?
Like, he plays for the Clippers now,
Right.
And they made the
Right,
they
right,
made it
yes,
pretty
yes.
deep into the playoffs.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
yeah.
Oh! Whoa, kick the dirt.
It's
He
funny.
looks like
Though,
the ghost is nerds.
he does. He's an ogre through and through.
99.
Yeah. Forget the curveball, Ricky.
And later.
He's the guy I want recording my
Your eulogy?
No, yes, that too. No, my
Joe
like
was a great man.
my like outgoing voice message.
All right.
Just be like, I don't know where he is. He's probably taking a shit. Leave a message
Who's
if
a
you care.
shitter?
If you care.
Oh, here we go. Boom, home run, game over.
That Joe's a good guy because he's not answering the phone while pooping.
He doesn't want to get shit
That's
particulates all on his cell phone.
That's legitimately hurting my throat now. I got to stop that nonsense.
Oh.
You know what would have been
You
even
won
better?
the whole game, Wild Thing.
You know what would have been even better? He hits it and it's just a quick throw out from shortstop to first. And it's like, so it's like he still got a hit off.
Right.
That's the one thing that always kills me because like that's like a guy will pitch like a no hitter or a perfect game, but he'll like 30 guys got contact off its bats. It's all the people around him that kept people from getting on base. I used to think a no hitter meant like it was all strikeouts. I was like, no, it's just as long as nobody makes it to first base. That guy, I like that guy a lot. He was very funny in this for like a guy whose name I don't know. And
there it is one.
That one wasn't as cool as Willie Mays Hayes from before. Nuts.
Ah, shit.
Remember those old ass scoreboard things and stuff like that?
Oh, they're bringing out the Duke.
So
he doesn't have a song?
No.
Why doesn't he have a song?
No, he's like one of those like old school wrestlers who like in like 1995 still can, like Dan Severn. I was like, I'll be standing in the ring when you come back from commercial. Don't you worry about music. I'm here to pin somebody.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Willie.
Nice.
Everybody's had their moments, so we still need his and Berenger.
Yeah. Imagine that the lineup that was there was all the people who like aren't actors in this movie. It was like they're like left fielder. And
Yeah,
they're
but no,
like
we didn't see. Oh,
I don't know. I think that was out.
I do too. I want to see replay.
Let's go back. But it would have been funny if they had to go through all that, and it's like they win the game, and but they win the game, and like the other guys.
It'll be
like,
like,
all right,
it'll be like best of the best. They'll be standing there. The Yankees will be balling, and then one guy will shuffle over and hand them the cup.
He does.
Yeah.
Hands him the pennant. Pennant. That's always a weird thing too. What do you win? What do you win for winning your division? A pennant. What does that mean? Just put something up in the.
All he just said there was hit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just hit it, please.
I love the singles.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
It's like that TikTok thing I know that wasn't interesting to people listening to the podcast.
You already just heard like boo.
Getting
smoke signals.
get on
Got the
YouTube.
smoke signals going.
Slide. He's safe. Don't you worry about it.
Got his fucking shit all dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Look
I'd
at all
be
that
upset.
teased out hair.
I'd be upset. You made it all the way to the 9th inning with a pristine outfit,
Right.
and then you got to dirty it like
Ruined.
on your last at bat. He's checking him out. He's like, nice. So he's got good legs.
Oh, he gets caught here, I think.
Oh, it is gonna be.
Oh no, he's still second.
Yeah. He steals every base. Oof.
That's 2, right?
Yeah. Come on. Or imagine
Come
he goes
on,
up,
Willie.
he overthrows and it goes out.
Willie's
in there.
running in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That's home plate.
That would be amazing.
He has no idea what he's doing out there.
Or he's in right field.
Yeah,
It's like
he's like,
he just ran in a straight line. Plays like a little kid in like Little League where you see that he just starts running around the whole field to not get tagged by the ball.
you man. Not even you the man, just you man.
Yes. You man, me man, everybody man.
Other than the women.
No.
They're all men tonight.
In his stereotypical religion, there are no women.
Nice.
I don't know what that means.
Bunt.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know the codes. Imagine having to learn those. Like that means there's a class for that.
I know, there's gotta be.
Like they're all sitting around. He's like, okay, so when I hit my left ear, that means go to first. But then I'm gonna hit my right ear to cancel that, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do. Was that part of it? Was calling his shot part of all those signals?
Yes, yep. He's gonna call his shot.
Yeah. And because he called his shot, because he didn't do it, isn't that technically an out?
Oh. I don't know.
I feel like that should be an out.
If you
It's
say
like you
you're
said
gonna hit a home run, you only hit it into the outfield. Yeah, you're out.
Like when you play pool, if you're playing called shots and you don't hit the shot you called, even if you sink a ball, you lose. Your turn's over.
Oh, sweet chin music.
Shawn Michaels is in the
Here we
audience.
go. He's gonna call her. Holy
Again.
shit!
I wouldn't be that excited by him calling the shot. He has to do it. Like that's the
Well, just the
exciting
fact
part.
that he's like, oh my, they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, like I would say, hey, everybody reserve judgment. I love the punks.
Oh yeah, they're even into it.
Like, does he have like
After
little
they win,
monsters
they
horns?
go into the graveyard,
Yeah,
hang out for a while, get naked,
yeah.
dream about old men ripping them apart.
Yeah, the one girl's like, my boyfriend's working at the crematorium right now. We gotta go pick him up.
After the game. Hope it doesn't rain.
That would be amazing if this was in the Return of the Living Dead universe.
Oh fuck me sideways. Here we go. We're in the slow mo zone now.
Yeah.
Bunt.
Bond.
Shit, I thought
But
he
he
was gonna
said
hit a
he
home
was
run
gonna
right
go.
over my head.
Everybody's in the outfield for some reason because they're like, he's gonna go for it.
That's good. He really like he's giving her.
He looks like he's fake running.
That ain't no Tom Cruise run.
Yeah.
If he gets him out, it's over.
Like, did
I should have had the Mortal Kombat shot where you see the X-ray of his knees just exploding.
yeah, I like that Mortal Kombat. That, like, I haven't played a Mortal Kombat in ages.
Doesn't have like 100 million characters now. They all look the
Yeah.
same, like Scorpion.
But now you get like you're gonna be
Oh my
like
god! Oh my
Rambo,
god!
like Rambo's in the
Yeah,
most recent
RoboCop,
one.
Terminator.
Whoa! How many times do you think they had to like practice that or like try that so he didn't tag him there? Because he just like it looked like a genuine attempt that was just like didn't go.
And the
good
worst
co-
part too, when like 50 million dudes jump on you, like wrecking
Yeah.
your body for next season.
Did you ever see the one? It was from a while back now. I'd probably say like 7 years ago or something like that. The guy hit the game-winning home run, and everybody was waiting around the thing for him. And he did that little trot and then hop on home base, and his ankle popped or something. He was gone for the whole season. Yeah, woo.
Of course, that's it. Like I see here.
I can't hug a punk. I just like that the punks were there for the game.
It's she.
We did it. We got it. What I love too, though, is then the epilogue to this, because when you go into the
We both fucked my wife. We're Eskimo brothers. Oh, there you go.
but it's fine. We're even.
Is
That
that
probably-
like, you can punch me again, or
Yeah, I am, but later. Woo! Yeah, but like the epilogue to this, which you kind of learn about in the
second one?
in the second one, is that they immediately go on to lose after this.
Oh, nice.
Like, it's not like this is the World Series. This is
I know this is just to get. Oh, she's like, you're a winner again.
yeah.
I got no
That'd be-
ring. I
That'd
sold
be the
it.
best if she does this and he goes, and then just turns around and starts making out with Serrano.
No, with Buddy's wife,
She just
Corbin Burnson's wife.
and you see in the background, like every time somebody else is. I like this too. It's like the Star Wars shot. It's like everybody line up.
I think that fan got. They're like, get that fan out of there.
Yeah, I know he is.
Oh, there,
getting
right
in front-
there.
He is getting in front of Charlie Sheen. Does somebody have their penis out like in Teen Wolf? I still have never seen that.
What, a penis?
Yeah, my gut gets in the way.
Oh, what a film!
We did it. That was fun. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah.
So Steve Yeager, who played Duke Temple, the pitcher in the relief pitcher for the Yankees, he's the guy who was the
Skip
baseball coach.
Gripperus.
Yeah. Anyways, but he's the guy who was the big.
Oh my God, they're brothers.
Yeah, that happens.
They're groundskeepers.
But anyways,
I'm not just racist. They're
Oh my God! I
brothers.
keep trying to finish the sentence.
Sorry.
He was the guy who was like the baseball coach. So the guy who was the Yankees pitcher
Right.
was the coach, like to teach them baseball.
Umpire 1 and 2 are not brothers.
No, Ted Noose, nobody's brother either. Good name though, especially if you decide to kill yourself. Ted Noose, we should
What
have
if
saw
you
it
just
coming.
make good nooses for other
Yeah.
people?
Ted Noose,
Suicidal people, obviously they don't have the time or the will to make a noose.
yeah, Ted Noose killed himself. Oh, somebody keep an eye on Johnny Pills. You get it.
Frankie Needles.
Oh, that's a little far. I don't know anybody whose name is Needles other than in Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, but you know somebody named Pills?
Tons. Well, I know Allison Pill.
Ah,
So
that's only one.
But yeah, one
That's a
pill's
good
not,
one.
one
That's the
pill's not gonna
that's
kill
the
you.
suicide pill from the Yakuza.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's true too. It could be a cyanide pill.
That's right.
Allison Pill, don't do it, honey.
You'll never find my secrets. Oh, here's your diary. Oh, fuck.
Why did you write it in a diary? You did a lot of murder. Oh, what? Like, whose decision is it to make?
I know this was a
song?
really bad last song. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
they did the same thing in Teen Wolf. Actually, it's funny enough because the whole thing ends in this like slow song because he gets together with a girl. What's crazy though, they shot another like epilogue kind of scene where he marries her right then and there.
Oh my
like,
God, right
well, not there,
then and there.
but like it goes to a shot of but they're doing it on the field still, and they're getting married. I'm like, holy crap! So the idea was he basically convinces her to cheat on her fiance,
Right.
And then the next time they see each other, they're getting married.
Nice.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Well, I'm sure there was nothing that happened in between because they didn't show you anything. Then there was nothing.
Well, remember
So
he had away games, so he probably wasn't even home.
Right.
He
True.
he couldn't even text her because of those big ass phones. Couldn't do it back then.
Get a call from a payphone.
Ooh, Glen Studios. Let's talk about that forever.
Forever.
You
You don't have anything on Glen Studios, for Christ's sakes?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, this movie has to end in my bag, so I gotta stand up.
We're almost done.
The old Tucson unit.
We can say the goodbyes now because we've got about 2 hours. So thank you guys all so much for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe wherever you do listen, or if you're watching on Facebook, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications and all that good stuff. And thank you all. Find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Twitter, we're at Miscast Podcast. I'm at Miscast Joe. Todd's at Miscast Todd. On Instagram, we're at Miscast Commentary. I'm at Miscast Joe. And TikTok, we're at Miscast Commentary, and I'm at Miscast Joe on there as well. TikTok is your zone. You need to join TikTok. Don't watch it. Don't watch the things. Just
do them.
Just make TikTok videos.
Okay, well, show me one day how to do it. Not now.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So all those wonderful ways, you enjoyed our Facebook page, all that good stuff. We will be back next week with another Coming Attractions episode. And yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else for you. Credits aren't done yet, but really, do you want us to read this that Randy Newman wrote and performed Burn
Sweet. You gotta have a Randy Newman tune in there.
Yeah, it's not a
What
movie.
the fuck, right?
Well, and another movie that featured Randy Newman singing a song during a baseball game was Naked Gun, where he sings I Love LA during the
Oh, he does?
yeah.
That's
I
fucking
love
awesome.
LA.
Blah, 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 blah,
He's my
blah,
favorite.
Blah, blah.
What's his face? Fred Armisen, genius impression of him. They did it like it was like SNL did it. It's like, it's a Christmas album. Here's Randy Newman. He's like, little pin, like just does this
Right,
perfect
like the
voice of him,
perfect.
and like you're just like, oh fuck, it's so funny. All right, guys, thanks to the Miller Brewing Company and Major League Baseball and the Milwaukee. Yeah, most of this was shot in Milwaukee for Cleveland, only the outdoor shots, the
You never know.
right?
What a good thing.
I remember I was in there and I'm like, this feels way more like Wisconsin than Ohio. All right, guys, we are wrapping up. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast media production.